Here in Atlanta, in Fulton County, actually, the prosecutor, the Fulton County District Attorney, her name is Fannie Willis. And she's investigating the orange vomit and others, including Graham Cracker from South Carolina, the senator, who broke the law by trying to pressure Republican officials in this state to overturn Joe Biden's presidential election victory. That's her focus. And she's going to get these son of a bitches. I swear she will. Well, now she's asking the FBI for security help because the orange vomit this past Saturday, when he was in some shithole in Texas in front of a bunch of assholes, people with their mouths hanging open, screaming and belching and farting about their God and Savior standing in front of them, Donald Trump. While he was at that rally, of course, he starts issuing his threats again. This son of a bitch has no problem issuing threats, does he? So he railed against the prosecutors investigating him here in Fulton County, Georgia. And the district attorney wrote a letter yesterday to the FBI office here in Atlanta asking for a risk assessment of the county courthouse and government center where all of this work is going on. She also asked the FBI to provide protective resources, quote, to include intelligence and federal agents, end quote. Can you fucking believe this? Well, believe it. Of course you can. At this point, there is nothing that involves the orange vomit that I can honestly say, shockingly, can you believe this? Because everything this pig bastard does falls into that category, doesn't it? Can you believe this? His entire useless fascist life, everything. Fannie Willis, the DA here, opened an investigation last year into the orange vomit's attempts to drag into his conspiracy elected officials here in Georgia. Republicans, the Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, and others. Raffensperger had voted for him twice, which shows you Raffensperger's mindset. But Trump threatened him and said to him, you're in legal trouble if you don't do what I'm telling you. Fine, whatever the number was, 15,000 votes for me. In other words, make them up. Conspire with me to deny the people of Georgia who elected Joe Biden their choice. There's a grand jury set to be seated May 2nd to aid in Miss Willis's investigation of the orange vomit. And she asked the FBI to take the steps she requested in advance, plenty of time in advance of that date. It's 3 months ahead of time. Ms. Willis wrote, quote, "My staff and I will not be influenced or intimidated by anyone as this investigation moves forward," end quote. And she added that she's already taken steps to address security concerns, quote, "considering the communications we have received from persons unhappy with our commitment to fulfill our duties," end quote. I love the wording of that. Unhappy, people unhappy with our commitment to fulfill our duties. What she's referring to, of course, are the white devils who slither around here in the state of Georgia, and there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of them. These are actual demons. They're not really humans. No, seriously. They're like pod people, only worse. They have no soul. And when you meet these people, I don't know if you ever met a person with no soul. I'm not talking about religious soul. I'm talking about a center, a core of decency or honor or courage or dignity, just from being alive and being a human. If you meet people without a soul, you know it immediately because there is a cold sense. It doesn't necessarily have to be a feeling. It's just a cold sense around them. Well, there are millions of those scum across the country and an inordinate number here in Georgia. And this is what she's referring to. These dead souls who have threatened her. She said she's working with county officials on the needs for extra security measures as her investigation progresses. Now, the investigation's underway. The grand jury, to be impaneled May 2nd, will hear the evidence that Ms. Willis and her team of prosecutors are working on, investigating, getting together. And then they'll present it to the grand jury, and it's up to the grand jury to return indictments. And I've heard from legal experts around the country, and you've probably heard from them too, that this may be the best case against the Orange Vomit where he would actually face criminal prosecution. I wonder if the fucker will say, well, what about my executive privilege? God, I hate this man. Anyway, District Attorney Willis said security concerns escalated over this weekend. That was after the Orange Vomit lashed out at prosecutors looking into his criminal action. When he was in Texas, in that shithole of a place in Texas, he called the prosecutors here in Georgia, quote, vicious, horrible people. Vicious, horrible people, because they're interfering with his criminal acts. This is what he said Saturday night at the rally in Texas in front of that crowd of sick fuckers. He said this, quote, if these radical, vicious, racist prosecutors do anything wrong or illegal, I hope we're going to have in this country the biggest protest we have ever had in Washington, D.C., in New York, in Atlanta, and elsewhere, end quote. Here we go again. There's only one way out of this with Trump. And you know this as well as I do. You absolutely know this. Trump is himself a demon. And there is no way that he is ever going to drop his demonic tendencies or his demonic actions. He is what he is. He's a demon. The only way that his poison is ever going to be removed from the political bloodstream of this country is when this son of a bitch dies. And he no longer can hold his rally in front of other demons. So they can all sit there and chant in some satanic language about how great he is. No, seriously. I think the language they chant is backward Latin. Isn't that the way it's supposed to work? Oh, my God. I think I'm losing my mind. So in order to stop this head demon from inspiring all the little demons, it'll take his dying of COVID-19 or heart attack or massive coronary stroke or something, because he's not going to all of a sudden wake up one morning and say, you know, I'm really an asshole. I think I'm going to clean up my act. Right. Okay. Where was I? Now, the DA here, Miss Willis, wrote that the rhetoric that the Orange Vomit is using now is alarming, and that in turn is causing the threats to her office and to herself to become increasingly destructive, horrifying, scary. And she says all this is happening in light of statements Trump made at that event, where he also said, if you remember, that if he does get reelected, he's going to give pardons to the people who tried to overthrow the government of the United States. This is what a treasonous, traitorous piece of shit Donald Trump really is. And that's why I say his death, brought about by his lifestyle, his eating habits, his lack of exercise, the fact that he's a demon, his every time I say that I have to laugh, when he finally is totally responsible for his own death, that's when this country will be finally free of his political bullshit. Now, his followers, his cult followers, of course, will continue, but it'll be a lot different. You know, Trump is not a charismatic person. He's an asshole. He just really is. There have been charismatic demons in the past who managed to post-mortem hold on to some of their followers, but this guy is not that. Not Trump. Not Trump. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.